Hello everybody, I heard that the Jalan Dhoby in Johor Bahru has just been refurbished, so I'm just going to have a guided walking, walking guide through Jalan Dhoby. And here is the Masjid India Datuk Ahmad Awang. Usually I come here on Fridays to perform my Friday prayers. And yeah, seems that the roads and the lanes have been refurbished. It's very flat and smooth, although it's not as smooth as tar because it's using interlocking systems. Whoa, nicely done. So I guess on our left here is the parking places where they have blocked. So let's walk this way first. Or maybe we walk this way first, because in the end I'm going to walk that direction to get back to my car that is parked at the Kota Raya. So a couple of restaurants over here on our left that's open only in the evening, practically, because yes, of course, it's hot in the daytime, so they remain closed. And it's good for those hardworking people who wants to make a side income during the evening. They can open their shops in the evening, while in the daytime they can work somewhere else. Tattoo parlors, coffee. We have cafe here for coffees, barber shops, and the famous restaurant Wami on our left, and Tongguan Nyonya Kopitiam on our right. So gonna cross the road over here. Not much has been done on this part of the road. Also called Jalan Dhoby over here. And I want to check whether the ice cream project is still open. The place that I went with Ellen, Silva Fox, for those marvelous ice creams that I've covered before. Is this it? Ice cream. Oh, there it is. It's still there. Ice cream project. I thought they were closed, but in fact they have repainted their shops to a new color. That's why I can't recognize it. Last month when I was here, I thought they were closed. So, Silver Fox, gonna bring you here again. Last time you brought me here. Next time I'll bring you here. So next to it is a coffee shop, cafe. And let's make a little detour. That I want to show you a nice building. This place over here, Marrybrown. This is the most vintage looking Marrybrown outlet I have ever seen, and it's famous for its decoration. Of course the food is, because it's a chain restaurant, everything tasted the same. So from the front, some little shops over here. this stretch of road is still under construction. It's gonna look nice if they complete it, once they are completed. So feast your eyes on that restaurant Marrybrown. It used to be a vintage kopitiam last time, and Marrybrown seems to buy it. I think they bought the place and they refurbish it, cross-back the road, because they want to disturb those construction guys doing their construction works in this scorching heat of Johor Bahru at 1:05 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to bring you guys to see the mural. Walk back as fast as I can. This way. So you can imagine, if it is this beautiful during the daytime, just imagine how pretty it looks during the evening when they already switch on all of the lightings and neon lights and colorful LEDs that will cheer up the whole branches of Jalan Dhoby. Back to where we came from. And look at this road, guys. Look at that. Let's stretch my selfie stick. So it's a lane in the middle, in between the Masjid India and the back of the shop lots. I love these pathways that they build out of bricks. And let's see all of the murals that they've painted here. We have a mock-up bus stop, and the government building used to be the government building of Johor Bahru, which has been shifted to Kota Iskandar. This is the bangunan Bukit Timbalan. Actually, the real building is like, there it is. That's the original building, and this is the mural of it here. First Grand Prix in Malaysia, Johor Bahru. No idea that that happened before. Gonna Google that. And here's the stamps that we used to have last time with our proudly national animal, what you call it, the tiger. And up above there is the late Sultan Abu Bakar, one of the pioneers of Johor. Sungai Segit used to be can be ridden in a boat or a dinghy. Sungai Segit, a small river with a deep channel. It has been refurbished, so now it is much more cleaner than before when I was like during my primary schools. It used to be so stinky, and now they did something with it, and it's now looking very nice. Maybe I stood too close to the wall. Okay, so on the top there you see that's the Arabic writing for Johor, Jimwal Hara, and down here is the Istana Bukit Sirin. Yes, on top of a hill facing the Danga Bay. Here is the look at this. This is the Menara Pintu Air. It's a tower. When it was like 1970 now or 1980s, I was like in my primary 3. It used to be climbable. We can climb up there and look at actually it's the tallest viewpoint of Johor Bahru where we can view Singapore all the way from JB. Yeah. These are the, okay, before that, these are the graffitis that they have. Not sure what is on my left here, not sure what it meant, but on the right, this is oh, I forgot his name, but he's the hero of JDT now. He scored a lot in most of the football matches that JDT has been challenging. Ah, now I remember his name, Bérgson. If I'm not mistaken, his first name is Frederick Bérgson. Yeah, top striker, among the top strikers of Johor Bahru. Playing side by side with Arif Aiman, our local talent. Okay, these are the what do you call that? Oh my god, in Malay you call them toko. They are the public figures. Oh my god, yeah, public figures of Johor Bahru. Can't remember their names, but the top one is Datuk. I forgot his name. Maybe I googled them and put it down here in the description. Public figures of Johor Bahru. They contributed much on the development of new Johor. Johor Bahru is previously was called Johor Lama. Lama means old, Bahru means new. So once they have the confidence to call it new, they call it Johor Bahru. Some of the graffiti is still under construction, but looks more to like photo format, photo theme. Another lane of graffitis showing on our right all of the races in Johor Bahru: Malay, Chinese, Indian, and well, we have food, we have music, and we have fruits. That's what we have over here. Pineapple is the national fruit of Johor. On our left, I can't recognize this graffiti, but on our right, you know it's nasi lemak, right? Oh, what is it? Those are mee goreng, but because it's eaten using chopstick, I think that's something from the Chinese ethnics. And curry puffs over here, tempeh, which is fermented soybeans that must be at least fried to be enjoyed, and nasi here, which is rice with some chilies. Oh, this whole thing is banana leaf servings. Yeah, banana leaf. So this is not nasi lemak, sorry, this is banana leaf rice with the dal and curry and Chinese puff here. Usually you can find that in any dim sum places. And Chinese guy, a dude, drinking something from a plastic bag with a straw. Okay, another one of our famous fruit. Noisy motorbike. Is the pepper. One of the herbs that is famous in Johor, the lada hitam pepper. Malay, Chinese, Indian. No Chinese here. I think that Chinese is wearing a Malay costume. That's an Indian. That's a Malay. Okay. Let's backtrack. And who's this lady? Like Johor, wearing a Johor crown up there. Maybe some cosplay person. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that this lane has been this marvelous, man. So lucky to be here today. Laksa Johor. Laksa is like a noodle in fish gravy or fish broth. But when you talk about Laksa Johor, the gravy is not broth, it's gravy, it's thick gravy, and always served with spaghetti noodle. Gambir, I can't remember its name in English, but I'm going to Google that. And songket, yeah, it's kind of a textile fabricated in Johor, which is painstaking to fabricate because you have to sew it one by one, alternatively with some golden threads. Well, for royalties you use real gold, but for normal people like me, we use some sort like a shiny thread instead of gold. Pineapple, as I told you, and pepper. Pineapple and pepper, famous herb and fruit in Johor. This is the tabla. It's kind of a drum from the Hindu from the Indian ethnic. Hindu is a religion. So this is the zapin, the national dance, traditional dance of Johor. You should Google that. Nice dance to be enjoyed. And this is the tuning part of the gambus. There it is. Oh, so the gambus is there. The main body is here, and then they even put up these nylon strings that you can just doesn't create any sound, but you know, it's just a nice action to do. And this is the top part that breaks there, and they put it up here. This is the tuning part where you can tune the gambus. It originated from Arab or Saudi Arabia, and it comes here and becomes Johor's national music instrument. Oh, you can hear that, the calling of the prayer from the Masjid India that we've passed by. Well, actually we started from Masjid India just now. So some reciting of the Al-Quran from the verses. And this is another famous noodle in Johor, Mi Bandung, and it's famous in Muar. But over here in Johor Bahru, if you know where to find one, they are as good as the ones that comes from Muar. And our national animal, what you call that? A national animal? Tiger. Yeah. Okay. So some contrast, yeah. The calling of the prayer from the Masjid India, and then on our left you can see the Hindu temple and the Sikh temple. Contrast always work in any state or places when everybody respect one another. So that's it. So I've not supposed to talk. Everybody is supposed to be silent whenever the calling of the prayer or the azan is being recited. But I'm just going to take this opportunity to convey my thanks to you guys for joining me. And with this background of bangunan Bukit Timbalan, the old administration office of Johor. Nice, huh? And right beside it is the initial Johor Military Force HQ, headquarters, that has been shifted to somewhere in Tasik Utara there. Yeah. Okay, with that, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.